AI is a very, very abused word.
They will replace my creativity.
And that is where I see the future.
That's all.
AI, personalization, hyper personalization.
My influencer earn money. I earn money. I'm done.
Business by default will grow.
It's about human relationship.
That is personalization.
Thank you very much, and I close my door.
They don't know the customer. There is no differentiation.
Because he already paid you.
Sir, do you want your usual?
Vodka-based cocktail.
For millions of users,
I wish you to build it.
I think that is a very interesting problem to solve.
Welcome to the second episode of our podcast, Instant Influence. And today I'm extremely delighted to have a conversation with Amitkumar Banka, who is head of marketing acquisition, user retention, and product development at Swiggy, our very much loved own app that we use all on a daily basis. Amit has 16 years experience in marketing product, holding profit and loss through various experience from OTT platform, moving forward to the e-commerce like Flipkart, and now working at Swiggy in the most interesting time, pre-IPO. So we will have a very fruitful discussion with the top 100 JAI leaders and hear his thoughts about how to influence your performance, how to influence your brand, and how to grow further. Thank you so much for coming. Before we will start with the serious questions, I want to start a little bit on serious. We welcome guests with gifts. We always offer gifts. So I thought a lot, what to gift you, because I know that you into gym, into healthy lifestyle. We discussed it a lot with you together. So we decided to give a momentum here. The message here, I know it's not your weight. Your weight I can't bring here only. It's impossible. Delivering growth and deadlifts,
Thank you.
point one. And this is my favorite. Lifting Swiggy and everything else. So keep it up when the time to pick up a heavy lifting needed.
Yeah.
You can always keep it as a reminder
Yes.
that once, like that's kind of my weight. Once I pick up, you need to pick up a little bit more. Then you can pick up more, and then you can become Amitkumar Banka.
No.
So who's Amit Banka? What Amit likes? What Amit does?
First of all, thanks a lot for the gift. These are really lovely mementos. It'll keep reminding me of going to the gym daily,
Yeah.
and hopefully also I keep inspiring others to start their own fitness journey. I'm more of a person who likes adventure. I create my own adventure if I get bored. All of us are actually in a rat race, running from morning till evening, solving business problems, right? Using our own products and solutions. And in that race or in that entire hectic schedule, the idea is to actually find what makes things adventurous for you. And they can be any small part of your life. It can be as small as how do you look at your mornings differently, and keep experimenting.
I think that somewhere we connect a lot
Yes.
because it's what I strongly believe. Live your life, do what you love. What is giving you this sparkle?
If I just give you a small understanding, I really love slow mornings. I don't want to rush for things in the morning. It actually gives you time to really reflect on your thoughts. What do you actually want to do for the day? How do you look at yourself? Because your mind is very fresh in the morning. So
Yeah.
I actually love very, very slow mornings. My early mornings normally is
Coffee or chai?
chai. I also have a trend of having my own composition to make the tea. Plus, I spend a lot of time in the morning just to get around what is happening around the world. So I read a lot of newspapers, news feeds, podcasts, understanding what is happening in my industry in general in the world. How is the world moving ahead? Stock markets, equity, politics, marketing, startups. I'm really
Because you're a startup advisor
Yes.
and angel investor.
yes. So
Whoever
I'm
needs
actually
money can go to Amit.
so yes, I'm an angel investor. I do love evaluating a lot of different businesses, specifically who are actually trying to solve a very typical business problem. And these first 2 to 3 hours in the morning really help me to understand. And actually, it also helps you to build your day, right? Because the morning is slow, you know how the day is going to progress. It gives you very fresh thoughts. when you start going into meetings on a typical working
Yeah.
day, that you are actually into a problem solving mode and not a problem creator mode,
Yeah, yeah.
right? But you are the big boss.
No, I not pretend to be. You have a very clickbait LinkedIn title, right? And I will come to the last part. Top 100 AI Gen leaders.
Gen AI leaders,
Gen
yes.
AI. See, I even can't remember
Yes.
completely. So let's start with AI. As a marketer, do you think what is the best tools that people like into research, into performance, maybe into branding can utilize and use? Like maybe you have something favorite. It's no advertising.
Yeah, yeah.
We promote only DRIM, nothing else. But from AI perspective, like maybe some tools, maybe some roadmap how the marketer can actually apply it and use it effectively.
So I'll first talk about AI. First of all, I feel AI is a very, very abused word in today's industry. If I'm able to use it colloquially, there was a time when people used to use the word strategy,
All right.
and it became so generic that it almost was as good as an abusive word.
Hmm.
Same thing I feel is happening with AI,
Hmm.
right? A lot of people don't understand what is AI, right?
True.
Full form is artificial intelligence, but actually, what does it do?
What does it do? How does it do?
I have seen when I talk to a lot of peers, colleagues, different kind of people in different parts of their life, in different industries, the definition of AI for them is very, very different. Simple a definition as creating an Excel formula, which can just give us a small output based on certain inputs,
Okay.
is also being termed as AI, right?
Hmm.
A machine learning algorithm,
Yeah.
right, is also being termed as an AI,
Yeah.
right? So people are not able to differentiate actually what is an AI and what is a kind of decision making ability it gives you,
Hmm.
right? For me also, it is my own definition,
Yeah.
right? It might be wrong,
Yeah.
but my own definition is, along with machine learning, is there a way to also incorporate futuristic predictive analytics in real time to take a business decision in an automated way? Is what a
It's actually a
real AI
beautiful
will help.
definition.
Yeah.
And especially I like the last part.
So I believe that is what an AI's true potential is. And as far as I know, including ChatGPT, which helps you in certain ways, there is no full-fledged platform or tool which is able to help in all these areas. They might be able to help you in certain components, certain parts, but as of now, tools are still getting built.
Hmm.
I'll give a very small example. I was actually evaluating a startup for seed funding, for actually angel funding, a couple of weeks back.
Mhm.
And they are building something very, very interesting using AI for educational institutions.
Okay.
Now, this is not edtech.
Hmm.
What they're trying to do is, in real time, is AI to certain extent being able to solve a professor's actual problem, which is creating a course curriculum, creating an examination paper, which in today's date they are doing it manually. Is there a way they can do it using AI? If they're able to feed certain data to a tool, just
Hmm.
imagine in layman's language, if they're able to feed the course curriculum to a
Yeah.
tool, can a tool using certain AI technologies, ML, and using external data, let's
Hmm.
say ChatGPT. Just
Hmm.
imagine a world where a ChatGPT course curriculum and your input parameters given by a professor comes together, and the output is the examination paper, or the output is an engagement based exercise
Hmm.
for the students, where he or she, the professor, is evaluating hundreds of students together, is able to circulate or roll out this entire course through a tool to all the students in one shot. They go and they can interact with that course, the interactive or engaging course curriculum, what the professor has customized for that specific session, give the exam or evaluation at the end of the course. That entire evaluation comes back to the professor for seeing who has done how,
With some score.
with a score which the professor can actually go back and tweak based on his or her understanding.
Hmm.
The entire workload on the teacher or the professor becomes so low, right, that they are able to do these multiple times rather than just keeping a course very, very static, very stagnated, the same course for everyone, one size fits all kind of a solution, right? Believe me, the tool actually uses data from ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is one of the engines powering it,
Yes.
but it doesn't restrict it over there. It
Hmm.
also pulls data from or information from what the professor is trying to configure.
Okay.
It amalgamates all the information together. and then comes out with a solution.
Hmm.
Again, the solution which is being represented can also be configured again. And all this thing, imagine, is just happening on a singular AI
Hmm.
or a UI. Right?
Interesting.
And you can publish it from there to the students you want.
Interesting.
Right? So, this is just one of the examples. Similarly, if you see marketing, one of the areas what we also were experimenting was creating designs and banners in real time based on user feedback. And when I say user feedback, it is not a manual user feedback. It is actually a behavior a cohort of users is showing on the internet, and the tool is creating a banner or a design based on some of the elements offering.
Like,
Or
was it more clicks or less clicks, right? And
yes, even the placement of the elements on the banner is something what the tool takes care based on a lot of these signals what they are getting.
Hmm.
But they create the image in a personalized way for individual users. So every user, or at least a cohort of user, will see different type of banners or different type of designs, right? Based on what they have seen or they have liked or they have engaged in the past. An epitome or a pinnacle of the same example might be the tool is also able to create the images in real time,
Hmm.
right? Using the images which is supplied or given by a platform.
Yeah.
Not creating a completely AI based image which looks fake,
Yeah.
but real images, how they can actually tweak it, how they can shadow it, how they can use the right light composition, so that when the user is looking at it, it is actually represented in the right way,
Hmm.
right? And conveys the right message for the
Yeah.
user. Same thing actually stands for any kind of marketing campaigns what we run. Same thing actually stands for even a personalized messaging which is done to a user. We are also trying to do a lot of beta testing on WhatsApp
Hmm.
for some of their leading AI initiatives which are coming up. It's still in the pipeline, but we're also trying to test and be part of a lot of those beta testing in early phase
Hmm.
on the Meta and the
Innovating.
WhatsApp side. Yeah.
Again, innovating again.
Yeah.
Because actually you shift to the second question very organically and naturally. So the recent talk that you've given in ET, it was about personalization
Yes.
and in the user experience, and also your designation, growth, marketing, acquisition, retention,
Yes.
and product development.
Yes.
So technically 360-degree
Yes.
overview on how product is solving the problem for the user. And that's where having such a huge database as Swiggy has, I can only imagine what could be done in personalization in 3 years, where AI personalization will lead us, having huge databases, Swiggy, or maybe bigger, like some players like Amazon, for example. Where it will go? What is your anticipation? What you feel about personalization?
So I'm not sure where it will go in the next 3 years, but I'll at least give you my vision. And some of it might be AI, some of it might be ML, some of it might be process as well, right? So it's again a combination of multiple different factors coming
Sure.
together. Now, if you see any B2C company, in a lot of cases even B2B company, but I'll restrict my examples to B2C companies and e-commerce companies,
Yes.
digital e-commerce companies, D2C companies,
Yes.
and even FMCG companies to a certain extent.
Hmm.
One of the problems they are facing is because the number of users are so high, they are never able to personalize. Next step is hyper personalize their service or the engagement with the user. Any food delivery business, if they are going and serving or delivering a product or the food from a restaurant to the end user, the end customer, they treat everybody in similar way. There is no differentiation over there, right? I can still make some differentiation on my app, but it should not end there. And that is where I see the future.
Hmm.
It should actually continue till the last touch point with a customer. And what is the last touch point?
Yes, that's exactly the question.
So, last touch point is not placing the order. My understanding is the last touch point is after your order is delivered and there are no subsequent customer or contact center queries which are pending. So it actually ends with the contact center
Hmm.
or the call center or the customer center.
Or that
Right?
simply taps 5 stars.
Yes. Typically, what we tend to do is we actually end the journey, personalization, hyper personalization, ends at the order placement window, right? We say thank you. There might be some offers which are coming to them.
Yes.
On the tracking window, they might see what is the status of the order, and this is applicable to most of the e-commerce companies.
Yeah.
Right? Imagine a data signal is actually given to the restaurant partner. They don't know the customer.
They don't know.
They would like to know about the customer. Who is this customer? Right? They just don't want a name and address, right? Or what they have ordered. They want to know whether this customer has ordered with me in the past,
Yeah.
right? Have they faced any issues in the past? Can I wow this customer in certain way? A personalization over here can be as simple as the restaurant understanding that this customer is my loyal customer from last 1 year, for example,
Yes.
and let me do something different for him. Might be sharing a thank you note or a goodie or some other bundle, so that the loyalty increases for that
Yes.
restaurant by that customer, right? Which is not happening today.
But I was thinking from user perspective because you know that I'm a Swiggy queen.
Yeah.
That person who lives on Swiggy and order everything. And every time when I order, I have my favorite restaurants. And of course, habitual behavior drives me, right? I think that it will be so amazing from my favorite restaurant just to receive anything.
Yes.
Anything that will connect me emotionally with them.
This is where I feel the customers will start moving away from just the discount led offerings. I agree, pricing is one part, right? But that may not be the only decision maker or component for a customer to take a decision or place an order. They will suddenly feel that a platform is knowing them better, is actually trying to really delight them. Not only by giving them offers, but also the last mile delivery, the last touch point is also something which is personalized for them. Right? Now just imagine if the delivery person, when he or she comes to your door, in today's age they just hand over the packet or the parcel to you, right? At max they will say thank you and go away. If they know who are you, right? Again, not from name perspective, but from data signal perspective.
This person orders 3 times
Right?
in a week. She's pure vegetarian.
Yeah, they might just treat you in a very different way, and that is where I'm saying process also comes into picture. Similarly, when you call a contact center person, if there is any query or issues with your order, in most of the companies, what is happening is they have a transcript, right, which they follow,
which they have to follow
step by step, right? Certain companies are able to differentiate to certain extent, where they also get order history for that customer to take decisions faster, but they don't know how to treat that person. Right? Whether this person is happy based on their past experience, I don't know. The contact center person are neither trained nor they have those data signals to treat that user or customer differently. Now, if those things start happening, I think that will be again a very a good step in terms of personalizing an experience of a user with the entire journey on that platform.
Completely agree with you, and it's applicable across all e-commerce. Imagine banking.
Yes.
Segment, right? Imagine even aggregators like Mintra or Agio. It's applicable everywhere, and I can hear it as a user. I'm not an e-commerce segment. However, we serve and we support e-commerce. Once my order is placed, my influencer earn money, I earn money, I'm done.
We are done.
I'm happy.
Yes.
But when you start speaking towards the future business, it's actually very, very interesting because I can think around like ordering pizza or think around being unhappy with some restaurant and if restaurant will rectify, or one restaurant is keep doing the same mistake and I keep passing it like in the comments, but it's not getting it. There's no connect.
Let's say if you keep going to the same pub or a bar continuously, right, for a few months, and you have the same bartender who is serving you. After few weeks or days, right, again depending on the person, as soon as you enter or you sit on the table, they actually come and ask you, sir, do you want your usual?
Yes.
Right? That is personalization.
Yes.
They also know how many times you have changed your preferences in the past.
Yeah.
So they themselves try to give you different options, right?
You like only X-based cocktail, vodka-based cocktail, then I will offer. Why you will not try something new?
But they know what are your sensitive areas, what not to touch.
Yeah.
Now just imagine pulling out that kind of a personalization in a digital world for millions of users in real time in one shot.
Yeah.
That is where AI and hyper-personalization is what really matters.
I will tell you where I feel it will be absolutely fantastic. Because when you spoke about delivery guys, recently the problem statement which is rolling on the basis of the book that I was reading, that how do I treat delivery person? Like I don't treat badly, like I don't shout, but I do not see at them as a human. You know, the person who come, give me my bag, I said thank you very much, and I close my door. That's all.
Yes.
But then I start thinking, but maybe this person, I don't know, needs to take a water. Maybe the person is really not feeling well. And I never looked into this, even the signals. And I'm very empathic person. I'm not even reading the signals because I don't go beyond that.
Yes.
And if such AI personalization could be created, it's not only that aggregators and e-commerce like Swiggy can deliver better and create better loyalty and better business and better connection. It's about human relationships.
Yes.
If some chef will start sending to my daughter from Domino's Pizza that she keeps ordering some notes like, Elena, I hope your week was good, or something like that, because I even mentioned in the order, please put 0 spices for my little one, 6 years old. She does not take even oregano. But imagine if it will be some response. The connect and the meaning behind of every job will be added if the delivery person will know a little bit about him.
Yes. In a face-to-face world, let's say if you go in a shop, in a typical shop, there is an emotional connect.
Yes.
Right? How do you build that kind of an emotional connect online, digitally, for millions of customers? I think that is a very interesting problem to solve.
Yeah.
Right? And that is where all these things will come into place as we move ahead. AI, personalization, hyper-personalization, and people will actually start getting associated with a platform emotionally, not
Yeah.
only for transactions.
Yes.
I'm just hoping that there might be some point, some platform will crack that code where, or a user journey in that way where users won't open, which typically happens today, 3 or 4 platforms together just to compare prices. They don't care about the platform at all.
They don't care as a brand name.
Yes, there is no very strong association. There might be some loyal users that I only want to buy from these
Or
platforms.
lazy users.
Yeah, but how do you make it applicable to a very large section of your user base?
Yeah.
Right? Not your entire user base is having that connect. They come, they will just keep comparing prices. Right? They will still do. I understand.
Yeah.
But at some point, there'll be a tipping point where they see, okay, even if the price is slightly higher, they understand me much better than any other platform. Let me go ahead with them.
I have a travel agent, physical.
Mhm.
And the way how I usually buy tickets, I buy through him. I have multiple options. He's more expensive, little bit here and there. But why I buy through him? Because firstly, I know him. I know his family. I know that his business running and his business doesn't have a good future, but he's 55 years old. And I definitely wish for him a good future. But the second point from the custom problem solving. At the same time, I also think that, okay, his guy will give me the invoice when I need to, if I lose it, when I need to file for my income tax or anything is needed. Like I can just give a one call away. His name is Stalin and says, hey, Stalin, I really need it. Can you please? Or if I'm stuck in the airport once I missed my flight, it was 4 a.m. and I called him and I said, Stalin, I don't know what to do. I'm stuck here. My flight just gone. Please help me. And he was like, the one who put in efforts. Of course, then price sensitivity goes down.
Correct.
Amit, I wish you to build it.
Yeah.
And I wish to experience
I hope
it.
I get those opportunities. We are already trying to do something in that area, but it's again an incremental step. Not everything can be done on day one, right? And there is a lot of feedback loops also which we are trying to create in this area, so that every incremental step or phase what we are trying to launch and experiment with, we know that what are the kind of success criteria for each of those steps before we are moving ahead to the second one. Business is one part, right?
Yeah.
All these things will finally tie back into how the business is actually going to get impacted, how it will grow. Again, the hypothesis and the understanding is if you're able to do all these things in the right way, with the right spirit, business by default will grow exponentially.
Right, correct.
Right.
So I want to summarize here something that I believe our podcast is worth only for people to hear only this as a summary, what I heard. But if I'm wrong, please correct me. That AI is not a scary thing.
No.
That people do things, they will replace my creativity.
No.
This will be done, this will be done. AI is made to automate the things, to let people to connect better.
Yes.
To have time to build a relationship, to have time to understand each other better, to be more human. That's what I feel about AI now, like on the scale that you explained.
Yes, that's perfect. Obviously, considering people use it in the right spirit, ethically, in the right direction. Why do they prefer a specific platform? Is it only price?
I don't remember that it's all not in my favor.
We actually try to keep the UI very simple but very intuitive.
I know examples that
Ensure that they actually get the right set of food or cuisine,
We know what to suggest.
A diversity of payment options is something what users love.
Thank you very much.